And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Casey Center here in Des Moines, Iowa. John McDermott alongside Tony and Senny, live for NBA G League basketball. It's the Memphis Hustle in town to take on the Iowa Wolves. Just a one and done here. These two teams meet on this Saturday night, and then Memphis is off back on the road. And with the weather in the Midwest, Tony, they were hoping they get to where they're going, but we'll find out. Frigid temperatures here in the Midwest and across much of the country. But let's give you the starters for tonight's game. Iowa comes in 7-6, 8th place in the Western Conference in the G League. Memphis 2-10 as they sit down near the bottom right now. But it'll be Jules Bernard, Jalen Crutcher at the guard spots, Alize Johnson, Enrique Freeman, and then Rocco Zakarski, the 7'3" center, rounds out the starting five for Coach Abdel Fattah. And Tyler Burton, Charlie Brown Jr., Jemai Meshack, Lawson Lovering, and Nate Hinton, the starting five for head coach Rob Santacola and the Memphis Hustle.
And the officials tonight, the chief will be Marcy Williams, wearing number 72. Wearing number 31 will be the referee, Bill McClatchy. And the umpire wears number 35, that's Lars Murray. And a special hello to Lawson Lovering's from his aunt and uncle who are here at the Casey's Arena. Mike and Diane, they're here cheering him on. I saw them earlier when he came out of the locker room, and I wonder who they're here for, and that's who it is.
Well, it'll be Memphis in the road whites with the red and silver trim. Iowa, the home blues, with the neon green and silver trim as well. And it'll be Zakarski and Lovering to jump it up here at center court at the Casey Center as we are set to go here. It's the Memphis Hustle taking on the Iowa Wolves.
Yeah, real tight. Mexico City Capitani is leading the Western Conference at 12-3. They were 10-0, so they've lost 3 of their last 5. But Stockton's 8-4 in second. Iowa's 7-6 in 8th. A couple wins and a loss here and there, and you can move way up and down in this top half of the Western Conference.
Well, Lovering able to control the tap. Meshack runs it down in the backcourt, and we are underway here at the Casey Center. Meshack, top of the key off a ball screen. And he's going to go down near the corner. Was looking for Nate Hinton, but Hinton hadn't quite squared up to receive it. And a turnover for the Hustle.
No Zion pulling again tonight for the Wolves. He's injured. And, of course, we've welcomed back Enrique Freeman. He was up with Minnesota for about a week. He's battling with the ball to the floor, and we'll have a jump ball now. On the other end, Javon Small, Oliver Maxence Prosper are both up with the big club with the Memphis Grizzlies, and Colby Jones is ineligible tonight with injury from the Memphis Hustle.
Well, Enrique turned near midcourt. I don't think he expected the defender to be right there, but Tyler Burton able to tie him up. And those two will jump center with 19 on the shot clock. Nice quick tap there by Enrique Freeman, so Iowa keeps control of it on their first possession. And here's Bernard on the drive. Left-hand layup won't go. Lovering got there late to bother the shot, and there's a shot attempt and a foul called. It's going to be Alize Johnson picking up his first personal. And to the line to shoot one. It'll be Jemai Meshack. So Meshack on the line trying to get the first bucket of the ball game here for either team.
Crowd here still standing, waiting for the first points from the Iowa Wolves. We had about a 3-minute start one night where they were standing. Hopefully it's not that long tonight.
Meshack knocks down the free throw, so the Hustle lead it 2-0. Just underway here on a Saturday night. Bernard catches the top of the key. Bernard's been Iowa's leading scorer in their last 2 ball games. Bernard into the paint. Tough fadeaway shot is up and good.
Not going to be hard to identify him on the court tonight if you look at the lower body.
Yeah, those
are some bright sneakers there.
I don't think you or I could get away with wearing those. But
no.
Hustle have it, Lovering out front. Little handoff for Hinton. Now it's Brown on the drive. Ball tapped away, and Bernard able to come up with a loose ball.
Well, good backside defense by Iowa, because that was a 1.5-step beat down there.
Alizé Johnson had it poked away by Hinton. Hinton looks to attack. Hinton gives it off, and an easy bucket as the Hustle lead at 4-2.
Brown with the bucket. Charlie Brown Jr.
Bernard on the drive, lays it off the window and in. So it's tied at 4. Bernard with the first 2 baskets for Iowa. Iowa with the little 3-game home stretch. 3 home games in 4 days here. They'll have tomorrow off, and then back at it Monday and Tuesday. Left open, 3 on the way. That shot off the mark for Charlie Brown Jr. Here comes Alizé Johnson down the left side for Iowa. Backing down the defender into the corner, but knocked out of bounds. Hinton got a hand on it. Probably should have secured that, but.
So 13 on the shot clock for Iowa, trying to get the lead here in the early goings.
So Crutcher will inbound for Iowa, baseline right. In it goes for Bernard. Back out near midcourt. Bernard will pick up a ball screen from Zakarski. Lobs it up for Rocco. His tip won't go.
It's kind of fading away as he tried to make that catch, and now a breakaway.
And Brown with the easy finish. 6-4. Hustle lead it. Bernard picks up the dribble.
Not a lot of movement here by Iowa. Everybody kind of standing around watching the guy with the ball.
Crutcher weaves through defenders, had it poked away from behind. I think that was Brown that poked it away, and then the attack right through Zakarski and up for the bucket.
Well, Memphis is coming out quickly. They're not wasting much time on the offensive end, and they're making Iowa pay for it, not getting back defensively right now.
Bernard circles around. Jules into the lane. Lobs it up for Rocco, and easy finish there for Zakarski.
So Bernard's responsible for all 6 Iowa's points, 4 of it on baskets, and that assist. And Zakarski with good hands there.
Got his hand in the passing lane. Outlet now for Alizé Johnson, had to come back to it. Now Johnson, that's going to be an offensive foul.
Oh, that's his second too. 2 quick fouls on Alizé, 1 at each end. This is the offensive foul.
Yeah, you'll see the replay. I thought that was a good call in live action. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's...
arm extended, yeah, no doubt. There's no reason to argue that one.
Burton and Coach Abdel Fattah had a little chuckle about something right in front of us.
I think Burton was saying, you don't think that was a foul?
Another poke away, and that's going to be a foul on Lovering as he was trying to recover.
On the defensive end right now, Zakarski a couple times there with some good hands getting in the passing lanes there and causing a second turnover now.
Yeah, Zakarski, 7'3", long wingspan. He gets in the way of a lot of shots and passes. Crutcher lobs it up for Zakarski. Crutcher able to come up with a loose ball, and I think he's touched out of bounds, so it'll be going back to the Hustle here.
Yeah, diving for the ball. He was out of bounds before he could flip it out that way.
Well, nearly 4 minutes played here. The Memphis Hustle lead the Iowa Wolves 8-6.
And that's in one spot, John. We've seen enough games. Zakarski needs to get a little stronger on those catches underneath. He needs to make that grab and then go up strong, but a lot of times he tries to finesse it, and that was another one of those times finessing it cost him.
Well, Memphis tried to get a couple substitutions on, but they're going to have to wait for the next dead ball. Here's Charlie Brown Jr. tries another 3. That one off the mark. And the rebound secured by Johnson. Zakarski will dribble it up the floor.
Ooh, boy.
Back pass for Johnson. Kind of put him in a tight spot there. Here's Alizé into the paint. Had it knocked away off his foot out of bounds. That's the 3rd time a defender from behind has knocked it out of an Iowa Wolves player.
We're just not paying attention. We got a couple substitutions coming in. Lucas Williamson has checked in.
And Paul Watson also checks in for the Memphis Hustle. Watson, 6'6" guard.
And both sides, really no real good flow to this game. A couple breakaways by Memphis has put those points up on the board on a couple fast break opportunities, but sloppy basketball so far on both sides.
Here's a lob up for Lovering. Lovering defended by Zakarski. Even got a piece of that one, but Lovering just powered it up and through. 10-6 advantage here for the Hustle. Zakarski. Now Bernard with it. Freeman looks to drive it. Floats one up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. That's a tough shot there. Iowa not really getting easy looks right now. Top of the key for Williamson. Williamson off the ball screen. Williamson decides to let it fly from 14 feet away.
Too long on that one. He was hesitant, then he threw it up there and just nothing but air.
Crutcher's three off the mark, no good.
This is a slow-going first quarter for both teams offensively.
And a tough shot over Zakarski by Zakarski, another block. So he alters one and blocks another, and Rocco says, I can use a breather here. 5.5 minutes in. 6:29 to go here in quarter number one. We'll take a timeout. Memphis 10, Iowa 6. More Wolves basketball right after this break. Well, 6:29 to go here, quarter number one. Kind of a slow start for both teams, Tony. Memphis leads at 10-6. Iowa just 3 of 8 shooting, 4 of 9 shooting for Memphis, but both teams combined for 9 turnovers here in the first 5.5 minutes.
And a handful of steals, 3 by Iowa, 2 by Memphis. It's just been really sloppy. Some good defense, but some sloppy offenses too. You can give credit to both sides on that, but yeah, really slow, sluggish start for both teams. To see who gets going first and maybe get this game a little uphill instead of downhill.
Well, Iowa brings Nate Santos and DeJuan Harris off the bench.
We can say it's as cold inside as it is outside right now as far as shooting goes. And it has been cold here in Iowa.
Inside, a little flip up over the left shoulder is good by, well, we got, oh, that was Usman who's checked in. Abu Usman off the bench for Memphis. They've now doubled up Iowa 12-6. Freeman.
Really not a lot of movement with the man with the basketball staring around.
Alizé Johnson, little one-on-one action, can't get it to go off the window, and here comes Brown the other way. And another turnover by Memphis. Well, Iowa really pretty fortunate that Memphis as sloppy with the basketball as they've been, because Iowa just has not gotten on track offensively.
DeJean Giroux has checked into the ball game for Memphis out of that dead ball.
Then we're going to have a bump on the ball screen. We're going to say a hold on Usman. So it'll be Iowa basketball side out here with 16 on the shot clock.
Who's going to strike a match here and get Iowa fired up a little bit here? It's just been stagnant offensively. The turnovers are costly. That's because of no movement. I mean,
Harris inside for Freeman. Freeman off the window, gets it to go. Went to work on Usman, had to send it back out to Harris, and then regathers on the block and able to finish with that right hand.
Good work at the glass, too. A lot of guys don't use that glass like that, and Freeman with a good job on that one.
Here's Giroux. 3-ball on the way, in and out, no good. Back tap, Santos able to run it down.
Yeah, Freeman saw he wasn't going to get that rebound, so he kind of tapped it back, and Santos is standing there for it.
Bernard waits on a ball screen. Jules behind the back dribble, hangs in the air. Left hand shot up and good.
You got to finish that one. When you finish what you started there, that was a crossover that the defender had no chance of really recovering with.
So Iowa, a little 4-0 spurt out of the timeout. Nice pass inside, and that's going to be an offensive foul. That's going to be Usman picking up his second. Boy, he's got 2 fouls in about a minute and a half here off the bench for Memphis. Give credit to Dwan Harris to establish position outside that half circle.
So no Joel Eastern checking into the game. Martez Brown was getting ready to, but now he's walking back to the bench. Not sure what's going on there.
I think we might have a challenge on that last foul call. Was it a challenge? We'll find out. We'll take the timeout. Possibly a challenge on the last foul call, and we'll step away. 12-10 right now. The Memphis Hustle lead the Iowa Wolves. More Wolves basketball right after the break. Well, back here, 4:47 to go here in the first quarter, and it was a challenge by the Memphis bench on that charge foul on Usman, but they did uphold the call. You see the replay here. Usman diving to the basket. Harris gets there, establishes position.
Yep.
And kind of an odd challenge at an odd time of the game for a bench player picking up foul number 2 in a 12-10 game.
And you look back, let's see what we got going on here. Is back into the ball game. Looks like Lawson Lovering's checked back in for Usman.
Oh yeah, Usman picking up 2 fouls already. So Iowa with the basketball, trailing 2. Bernard with it, looking to attack, and that's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, Bernard just kind of lost the handle as he was passing it. Boy, if he'd have looked to the left, Enrique Freeman on the dive in was wide open, but he looked right, didn't see Freeman. Would have been an easy 2.
So Giroux into the front court for the Hustle. Williamson, left side they go. Now inside for Lovering. He's matched up with Freeman. Freeman giving up about 4 inches. Nice baseline turn, but Lovering can't finish on the reverse lay-in. Outlet for Eastern. Into the corner for Santos. Santos on the drive, floats one up and in.
He saw Lovering's presence there, and he got a little bit more air under that one, right over the top of Lovering's outstretched arm.
So we're tied at 12. It's a 6-0 run here for Iowa. Here's Giroux through the lane. Good defense there. Harris able to come down with it.
Iowa's still looking for their first chance with the lead. They have a chance here. It's been tied up 3 times.
Bernard. Back pass for Eastern. No gel will try the 3. In and out, no good. And that's going to be a hold on the Hustle. Let's see, who do they get? They got number 3, Burton.
Yeah. You could tell Freeman had a hold of the ball with one arm, and the other arm wasn't able to come out. Right there, holding it down. So Iowa side out with 14 on the shot clock.
Bernard with it, top of the key. They'll switch the ball screen. Now Eastern looks inside for Freeman. Enrique, one-on-one inside, off the glass, can't get it to go. Putback's good. Williamson did a pretty good job holding his ground there, but then Freeman just quick off his feet to get that offensive rebound and stick back. Giroux gets it back from Lovering, drives into the paint, and a late whistle and a foul call. And they're going to get
Freeman.
Enrique Freeman with the personal, and that's going to put Giroux at the free throw line to shoot 1 for 2. Well, it's been an 8-0 run here for Iowa to get their first lead of the ball game. They lead at 14-12 in a low-scoring first quarter.
Nate Hinton checking back into the game for the Hustle. Again, they came in at 2-10. Iowa at 7-6. Iowa holding on the 8th and final spot if the playoffs are start today in this regular season playoffs.
Free throw no good.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
a pass up ahead for Nogel. Nogel Eastern finishes. And Iowa's run now at 10-0. They lead at 16-12.
Yeah, nice breakout by Harris there to start that break.
Here's a 3 by Hinton. That's off the mark, no good.
My goodness, yeah, what?
I think they're going to have a foul on Freeman.
Wow.
Lovering the 7-footer.
But at first I thought it was going to be on Lovering. It looked like he was all over the top of Freeman there on the backside, on his back, before he reached over, and then Freeman ended up grabbing the arm.
Lovering jumped and Freeman didn't, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to me, that was fair game.
So Freeman has his second quick foul here.
So they'll inbound for Giroux. Back for Hinton. He'll try the 3 ball. That's shots up and good. Oh, check that. It's Burton. Tyler Burton breaks the ice here for Memphis. It was a 12-0 run by Iowa. And Freeman lost the handle. Turnover by Enrique. Back the other way comes the Hustle, and right to the front of the rim. Hinton up and good to give Memphis the lead.
Hinton with 4 now. Second lead change of the game. We've been tied up 4 times.
Burton into the paint. Nice pass for Freeman, who lays it up and in.
Good 2-man game to the basket there.
So a couple of lead changes on the last 2 possessions. Iowa back in front 18-17 as things have kind of picked up a little bit, and a foul called. I think they're going to get Harris.
I don't know if he really.
Yeah, Harrison, man, I didn't do much there, but I know it's not the right time for a challenge. But
it wasn't a good foul if he did, because his back was turned. He had the ball cradled in his arm, and no real good look at his shot. So why would Harris even attempt to foul him? But
Coach Abdel Fattah gets the explanation. I think he was debating on a challenge, but again, you're not even out of the first quarter. Well, good thing no challenge. Missed free throw. Second straight missed free throw for Memphis. Up ahead for Harris. Eastern with it. Now Jules Bernard for 3. Nice shot by Jules.
Good movement of the basketball, too. No way for the defense to react and catch up with everything. Good ball movement there. Set up that 3.
And Bernard caught it in rhythm.
Yeah.
And just nice bounce and rhythm on that shot. Straight away, uncontested 3. Here's Hinton through the lane. Hinton gets into the body of Santos. Shot won't fall. And again, Lovering over the top. And offensive putback doesn't go, but a foul called, and Santos picks up a foul.
His first as Hilliard gets set to check back in for the Hustle.
We'll see if Memphis can knock down a free throw. They've missed their last 2 at the line.
Martez Brown checking in now, and Enrique Freeman checking back out. Enrique just back from Minnesota. He had a call up there. Didn't play much, but got a taste of the Twin Cities.
Hey, he'll take the check.
Yeah.
The difference in pay.
Yeah.
Lovering at the line. His shot no good. 3 straight missed free throws. 6 points left off the scoreboard due to the missed free throws. Martez Brown picked up the dribble. Now finds Bernard. Jules looks to drive it. Picks up the screen from Martez. Off the window with the left hand and in. Boy, Bernard's playing with such a high level of confidence right now. Here's Maychek, top of the key, has it knocked away, and last touched by the Hustle. It'll go back to Iowa. 23-17, they lead it. Iowa's offense really picked up here since Santos and Eastern entered the ball game. Jules Bernard having a fantastic first quarter. Go figure. He's been red hot lately. He's got 11 here in the first. Also should mention when Harris came onto the floor, things kind of ratcheted up for Iowa.
He's a very good defender too. Harris.
Bernard another three. That one off the mark, no good. And Lovering the 7-footer over everybody for the rebound.
Lovering now with his 4th board of this first quarter.
Well, Zakarski sat the last 6.5 minutes of the quarter, so we'll probably see him to start the second. Maychek looks to drive it. Kicks back. And another whistle, and that's going to be No-Gel Eastern fouling Tyler Burton with 1.3 on the shot clock. Well, I guess we'll see Rocco for the last 7 seconds of this quarter.
Yeah, he'll get another breather real quick.
So they'll bring on a little size here. It was DeJuan Harris that checked out. Zakarski entered the game. And the free throw up and good this time. Burton able to knock it down. And the lead is 4 for Iowa. Quick pass for Santos. Santos looks to drive it. And the ball, it's a kick ball. Luckily for Iowa, Lovering's foot got a piece of the basketball. So Alize Johnson will check in. And he'll give No-Gel Eastern, get a little better shooter on the floor. Although No-Gel's been knocking down threes this year. He's really improved his perimeter shot since entering the G League. Bernard with 2.7. Here's Alize Johnson, and Johnson's fouled. I think they had a foul to give. So 1.3 to go now. Bernard will trigger in. Alize catches. Johnson shot blocked by Lovering. And that's the end of the first quarter.
Oof.
Well, one quarter in the books. It was prettier in the second half of the quarter. Iowa really struggled out of the gates. But they lead it 23-19 over the Memphis Hustle. More Wolves basketball right after this break. Welcome back here to the KC Center. John McDermott alongside Tony Etseni. We are about to start the second quarter, and Iowa, after trailing by as many as 6 in that first quarter, Tony, they lead at 23-19 after 1.
Yeah, Jules Bernard and Enrique Freeman combined 8 of 12 for Iowa, combining for 17 of the 23 points. On the other end, balanced scoring, but no real leader. Tyler Burton with 5, 4 apiece for Charlie Brown Jr. and Nate Hitton. Hustle's just shooting 41% from the field, 7 of 17. Iowa hitting 11 of 21 for 52%. 14 combined turnovers, 7 each for both teams.
Iowa did not shoot a free throw in the first quarter. 5 free throws shot for the Hustle, but they left 6 points off the scoreboard with those 3 misses. Here's Eastern with it out front. No gel, bounce pass for Zakarski. Zakarski off the window and in. Well, they got caught on a switch there, and Rocco just had about a foot on the defender on the block. Pretty easy bucket there for Rocco. 6-point lead here for the Wolves.
That's an illegal screen. Lovering kind of hipped out. Crutcher's absolutely right there, and he gets called for trying to fight through that.
So he hipped out, but not in a good way, right?
He just stuck that thing right hip out there on Crutcher, and
I didn't know when he hipped out if that was like a cool thing or not.
No, I don't know.
Sure.
I just meant he stuck that old hip out there, and Crutcher ran into it.
Crutcher picks up the loose ball after the missed shot by the Hustle. Check that out, Alize Johnson kicks it out for Crutcher. Crutcher into the paint, floater up and good, little scoop shot.
Kind of hesitated. The guy teased him to shoot the 3, and Crutcher hesitated for a second and then caught him sleeping.
And that shot up and good. A nice take to the basket there. I believe that was Hinton.
That's a half dozen now for Hinton.
There's Alize, gets it to go. A bucket and a foul. And he's got 8 here in the first half. Chance to make it 9 at the line. Little crossover, beats the defender. Watson couldn't quite recover and commits the foul.
Easy to like that man, Alize. Hard-working guy, works for everything he's got, but at the same time, he's kind of aloof and fun to just talk to. He has got a great personality.
Well, if you look at him on the court, sometimes he's kind of got that mean look to him, kind of a mean face, but he's one of the more personable guys on the squad, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Always got jokes. Here's Charlie Brown Jr. trying another 3. This time knocks it down. Missed his first 2, but that one, nothing but nylon.
7 points now for Charlie Brown Jr.
Martez Brown with it, top of the key. Off for Crutcher.
Good. Yeah, that was a telegraph.
Crutcher gets it back, though. Well done there, and a floater up and good. Boy, Crutcher made a mistake.
Yeah.
Wasn't a great pass, but really alertly gets it back and then scores the bucket. That one knocked away. Crutcher, it's 1-on-3 the other, or 3-on-3 the other way. Crutcher has his shot blocked, and Zakarski able to run it down. It didn't look pretty, but he got to the loose ball first. Now going to be left open for the 3 ball. That's off the mark, but a foul.
Yeah, as Martez Brown hits the deck.
That was quite the sequence there.
Oh.
Here you see the swat.
Who got the
either
foul?
One of them. Give it to either one. Good defensive play by the Hustle. They weren't able to run the loose ball down that went all the way past midcourt after the block.
Paul Watson picking up the personal, his second.
Here's Alize going to work on Watson. Johnson, and it's going to be a foul call.
That's 3 then.
Yep. 3 off the bench for Watson. He's the oldest player on the Hustle roster.
Seen him around for years. I don't remember him if it was with Memphis, but I remember him being around playing here at the Casey's Arena.
Crutcher for 3. It's up and good.
Crutcher can develop that.
Iowa has really settled in here, 35-24, their first double-digit lead. Here's Charlie Brown Jr. Fadeaway, shot up and good.
Tough shot. Crutcher, good defense. Brown now with 9.
Here comes No Gel Eastern into the paint. Gives it back for Zakarski. Rocco on the drive, has it knocked away, but a foul called. And they're going to get Lovering with the reach.
Well, I like that first step by Zakarski. Just kept on flying down the lane as Enrique Freeman will check in now for Iowa. And on the other side, Lucas Williamson checking in. And also Abu Usman. Yeah, just making sure I don't mess it up. A little hesitation of don't screw this up, Tony. Usman. O-U-S-M-A-N-E. So that's Usman. Just making sure.
Yeah, Rocco at the line to shoot 1 for 2 here. And that's front rim, no good, but tapped out. And Freeman able to run it down. Enrique will reset. Now Crutcher inside for Alize Johnson. Runs into a defender, and that's Crutcher now for 3, won't go.
Alize was just flat knocked over and no call right in front of the official.
Here's Hinton, shot blocked by Zakarski.
Now they're going to review this one, I'm guessing.
And Hinton almost taunting Iowa to review it. That's, well, I don't know. It may be a little bit of contact, but up top, it ended up with a pretty clean block.
Well, I mean, before that, on the breakout, before that even happened, I mean, Alize was just flat knocked in from behind to the floor as he passed that out, and there was no call on it before that 3 was attempted.
And a free throw by Hinton up and good. They didn't challenge.
Hinton has 8 now.
So the lead now 7. 35-28, Iowa in front. Freeman gives off for Johnson. Back for Crutcher. And a pass inside for Johnson. Nice little slip there.
Williamson going to pick up it on the hold on the back cut there as he knew he was beat. Said, no easy 2 here. Let me grab you right now. His first personal.
Alize holding.
They're going to call it 2 shots.
One of his hands. That's 5 team fouls on the hustle.
Oh, wow. I was like, whoa. He wasn't even close to shooting that one.
So Alize's free throw up and good. 37-28 now. The lead back to 9 for Iowa. Maychek into the front court. Hinton will try the 3 ball, and it's up and good. Nate Hinton starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah. Hinton and Brown Jr. are the 2 keeping the hustle in the game. They've combined for 20 of the 31 points so far in this first half.
And it's going to be an offensive foul. Alize Johnson's going to pick up his 3rd foul. So Alize, well, we'll see if they let him play with 3. They're going to leave Johnson out there. No, Joel Eastern will grab a seat on the Iowa bench. Giroux into the front court. Pass for Hinton. Hinton on the drive. Back for Giroux. Good ball movement. Charlie Brown Jr.'s 3 off the mark. And another rebound by Crutcher.
His shot is so different than anybody you'll see at any level. That is a different long-range shot.
Bernard, long step back 3, no good. Bounce pass up ahead. Great pass and a finish. No! Wow, Brown got a little fancy with the finger roll, and it doesn't go. Freeman, and shot up and good. Now, they count the basket.
And 1 free throw coming then for Johnson, and then.
But the foul occurred before the shot was released.
But I think the ball was in the air already to the passer, and he caught and shot.
I don't think it matters. See, he said the ball was already released. That is incorrect. See, I think the official knows he's made a mistake here. We'll see if this basket should not count, and it should be Alize at the line shooting 1 for 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All 3 officials agreed.
I don't know that I'd challenge that, but that's the incorrect call.
Yeah. I was wondering how that, I mean, I thought maybe because it was thrown in the air, he caught it in the air and released it.
Well, it's basically a 1-point net gain for Iowa because Alizé made the free throw. It would have been a 2-point free throw. Instead of this, it was a 1-point free throw because they gave the bucket to Freeman on the lob. But right after he released the ball, he made contact with the defender. Then Freeman catches and puts it in. So the bucket shouldn't have counted. And there's
Karski got an elbow in the face as the shot went off. Not intentional, but he's kind of checking his nose there.
40-33. Crutcher bounce pass for Freeman, and Freeman throws it away. Freeman's got to be ready to catch and finish there.
Yeah. Nate Santos checking in. Zakarski checks out now, so Iowa will get a little smaller here.
So 40-33. Iowa's lead is 7. And we're going to have a timeout. Yeah, this will be our first media timeout. So we'll step away. 6:53 to go here in the first half. It's Iowa 40, Memphis 33. More Iowa Wolves basketball right after this break. Well, 6:53 to go here in the first half. 40-33. The Iowa Wolves lead it. And Iowa shooting nearly 55%, Tony, but they've turned it over 9 times here in the first half.
Yeah, and you look at it, the leading scorer is Jules Bernard with 11, 8 for Enrique Freeman, 7 for Jalen Crutcher, and 6 for Alizé Johnson. So very balanced scoring by Iowa. On the other end, Charlie Brown Jr. has 9, but Memphis Hustle led by Nate Hinton on 5 of 7 shooting with 13 points. Nobody else with more than that.
So Iowa's going to have a smaller lineup out there without Zakarski on the floor.
With the Hustle will head home on the 26th. They'll take on the Stockton Kings, and then they'll hit the road for 3 games. We'll get their upcoming schedule shortly. Iowa stays home again. Rio Grande Valley, I think, is next, isn't it not? Yes, Rio Grande on the 26th, the 6:30 tip here on Monday night.
Here's Giroux, top of the key. Nearly thrown away, but run down by Burton into the paint. Burton off the window and gets it to go. And we're going to have another foul called.
Santos picking it up.
Nate Santos picking up the foul.
Basket's going to count, and the foul on Iowa. And it'll be side out for Memphis, I guess, wouldn't it?
No, it's going to be 1 free throw for Usman.
Yeah, that basket was made easy because Alizé was not going to pick up that 4th foul, and the drive to the basket was right at Alizé, so got the easy 2 that way.
And the free throw by Usman's up and good.
Boy, a lot of complaining by both head coaches on the officiating so far in this game.
Freeman has it top of the key for Iowa. Now it's Jules Bernard. Bernard looking to go to work. Gets it right back from Santos. 4 on the shot clock. Has it poked away. Got to shoot it. Rises, fires, and misses everything.
Yeah, that wasn't a pretty offensive set. Kind of everybody scattered, and really it's ball stuck in the hand of Bernard for quite a while there. No movement again.
So 4-point lead here for Iowa, but Memphis chipping away at it. Largest lead of the contest for Iowa so far was 11. Memphis led early 12-6. That was their largest lead. They'll add 3 seconds to the game clock, back to 6:08, and we get back underway.
Yeah, slow start from both teams. Iowa led at the end of the quarter 23-19, and we got a whistle away again. And Santos is going to pick it up again.
Yeah, Usman set the ball screen and then dove towards the basket.
And Santos joins the 3-foul club. Went quick fouls on Nate Santos. Alize Johnson also on the floor with 3. On the other side of the ledger, I think it was Paul Watson who has 3. It's on the bench. He came off the bench to pick up his 3.
I thought it was going to be free throws, but it says it's 4 team fouls for Iowa. So it'll be a side out here for the Hustle. Hinton around the ball screen, lobs it inside. Usman not even able to catch it clean. Now he's going to go to work with Bernard inside. Bernard does a nice job to defend, and Alize Johnson rips away the rebound. Here's Alize. Usman out there playing with 3 as well. Crutcher matched up with Usman. Bounce pass for Santos. 3 on the way. Back iron won't go. Now Giroux looks to pass ahead, finds a streaking Burton. Tyler Burton with an easy lay-in.
That's 9 now for Burton.
And lead down to 2 for Iowa. Alize, Crutcher, left side, or right side rather.
Everything but the score there. That ball found every spot of the rim, but found its way out, and Memphis has a chance to take the lead, tie or take the lead here on this possession.
Giroux, little step back, mid-range jump shot is good.
First bucket for Giroux, and we're tied for the 4th time in this ball game. There have been 3 lead changes.
Santos left open for 3. Shot is up and good.
And there's the 4th lead change.
Well, Memphis got all the way back to a tie game, and then they give up the 3. Pressured in the backcourt and kind of lost track of Santos. Giroux back for Burton. Burton into the paint. Burton scoop shot up and good.
Boy, a little hesitation dribble, and then he won that drive there. Burton to double figures with 11 on that one.
Bernard by the defender, finds Santos. Another 3 ball. That one's good.
Santos sitting there dialing up both corners now. We got a timeout.
And we will take it with them. Iowa leads it by 4. 4:09 to go here in the first half. 46-42. Wolves over the Hustle. More Wolves basketball right after this break. Now back here at the Casey Center in Des Moines, John McDermott, Tony Edseni. Final 4:09 here of the first half. Iowa leads at 46-42. Iowa led by as many as 11. And the Hustle led it early on, 12-6. Their largest lead of the game was 6 points. But Memphis did a nice job recovering from that 11-point deficit to tie it at 40. And a little 6-2 run here ever since by Iowa. Nate Santos with 2 3-point buckets.
Yeah, 2 big threes on opposite corners as Zakarski and Eastern check back in for Iowa now after their breather. And on the other end of the court, you'll see Lawson Lovering also checking back in, the big 7-footer out of Utah.
Meshack trying to probe the zone here a little bit. Oh, what a shot there. Burton over the 7-3, Zakarski.
Burton's been solid. He has the Baker's dozen now with 13 points in the ball game.
Santos back up top for Crutcher. Crutcher crossover dribble. Back for Zakarski. 3 on the way. Good.
Rocco 7 points now, 3 rebounds in the ball game. What do you have, a 14 rebound or 18-point, 20 rebound game last time out here at the Casey Center?
Well, here's a 3 by Hinton. That doesn't draw iron. Zakarski able to bring it in. Now Nogel Eastern down the left side. Entry pass for Freeman. Finds Zakarski. Zakarski through the lane. Zakarski with the left hand, can't get it to go. Tipped out, but into the hands of Brown. Brown will try the 3 in transition. That's off the mark. And last touch by Lovering.
He's saying Enrique Freeman knocked it out of his hand. Couldn't tell from this angle here. Lovering definitely in front of Freeman, and all of a sudden the ball came flying out and you saw Freeman poke at it. Not really a lot of arguing over the call, so it must have been pretty much what was seen.
Oh, good effort there. Crutcher thought he saw a window, but Freeman, the window was closed up.
Yeah, a lot of feet in there.
Yeah. So Iowa with 12 on the shot clock will inbound baseline left. And it goes. Now Crutcher gives off for Zakarski. And that's another tight window, but beyond Crutcher's reach and out of bounds, so a turnover by Zakarski.
Well, Iowa has double digits in turnovers now, but that's their 10th here in the first half. That's too high of a number, but Memphis has answered the call with 8 themselves, so both teams just not handling well against some of the pressure and making some poor decisions as well.
Well, Iowa stays in that zone look, and Memphis just continues to find the hole in the middle.
And right now, Burton and Hinton are the show. They've combined for 28 points here in this first half.
Iowa leads it by 3. Crutcher around the screen. Eastern looks to drive it, and
I think he sold that. I thought, I even reacted because the way he walked away there is like he sold it. He didn't, I mean, that was a sell job.
Well, you saw the replay. I think there was definitely a little bit of contact, but it wasn't a jarring blow like they made it seem.
Yeah.
Zakarski swats one away.
Well, he's changed a few rotations, and that's his second official block of this game.
Alizé's going to check in, see who.
3 fouls on Alizé. He's going to check out, and Freeman's going to check in.
So the lead 3 here for Iowa. Hinton with the basketball out top. Hinton on the attack. Hinton goes at Zakarski, and the ball poked away, and it's going to go back to Iowa.
Iowa just that 3-point lead. Iowa led by as many as 11 here in the second quarter. The Hustle led by 6 in the opening quarter.
Alizé Johnson left open, 3 off the mark.
Kind of more of a line drive shot that time from Alizé, and an easy 2 the other way. That's about 3 or 4 times, John, on long threes by Iowa. Hustle get right back out, and then 2 seconds later, they're putting it down for an easy bucket.
Well, and more contact at midcourt. Zakarski just stopped a.
Let's see what's going on here. What'd he do? That's ridiculous.
I think there was was that a technical foul on Zakarski or the Iowa bench?
Oh my God, Zakarski stood there with his back. Guy runs into him, didn't even really run. At the second time, the acting job was pretty good. And as an old partner of mine, rest in peace, Jerry Wetzel, God made it right, because that's twice now we've disagreed with the call and they missed a free throw.
Yeah, it didn't look like much. You see the replay there.
Yeah, the action of the guy getting supposedly fouled was worse than what was really there. It was not much.
Well, Memphis a chance to take the lead. Ball inside for Brown. He leaves it short, and Nogel Eastern with the rebound. Eastern thought he had a little bit of a driving lane to the basket. Now Zakarski has it poked away. Zakarski going to be tied up.
And good job by Memphis getting Lovering the final one to touch it, so it'll be the two 7-foot-plus going at it here. 9 seconds on the shot clock. If Iowa wins the jump ball, though, they got to pay attention to that.
9 on the shot clock. Lovering and Zakarski will jump it up on the Iowa end. And players get tangled up. Not the prettiest jump ball by either player. Now Maychak into the paint, floats it up and in, and the Hustle lead it by 1, 50-49.
Maychak kind of straight across the board, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists here in the first half.
45 seconds clock running here. Bernard with it. Jules into the paint. Back pass for Santos. Santos drives it, and Santos at the rim. It was Freeman or Alizé. Johnson gets his own rebound and sticks it back in to give Iowa a 1-point lead. About a 7-second differential, so Iowa should have a look here offensively to end the half. Maychak, they double him out front. Now it's Hinton, and Hinton, well, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
did Zakarski touch the ball?
Yeah, it went through his arms, kind of ricocheted off. Zakarski last to touch and 5 on the shot clock.
So they'll inbound out top. Hinton will fire the 3.
Oh,
good.
Tough catch and shoot. He must have somebody on that Iowa bench he likes talking to. That's the 3rd time he's turned that way, and a big old grin on his face.
Here's Eastern on the drive. Nogel to the bucket. Lays it up. Can't get it to go, but a foul called. And Nogel will head to the free throw line with 4.6 and a chance to tie it.
That's Lovering's foul, and that's his 3rd personal.
Handful of guys with 3 fouls. Yeah. Usman and Lovering. Alizé's had 3 for a while. Freeman will check back in to play defense on this last 4.6. So Nogel's free throw is no good. And that's going to be Iowa basketball as Brown dribbled it off his knee.
Got to find a way to get a screen and somebody open. Santos, one of those guys, if he can come off a screen, can hit that long 3. Crutcher checking in. Santos checking in. Let's see what they do here.
Now 2.2. It's got to be quick.
Who's setting the screen?
Crutcher triggers Santos. It in. Santos fires the 3. Got it.
He got it.
Santos knocks down the 3 to give Iowa a 1-point lead.
Alizé Johnson. Burton knocked Alizé Johnson down. Everybody's trying to hold the piece here.
And
now here, Alizé got knocked down right in front of on the toss in. There was definite words between him and Burton.
And they'll certainly review that last shot by Nate Santos. But Iowa's going to have a 1-point lead at the break. I don't know that we're going to have anything else.
We might have a technical or 2 shots after the break.
I mean, we'll see. They got a lot to sort through on this review before the officials head to the locker room. But we'll step away here with the end of the first half. 54-53, the Iowa Wolves leading the Memphis Hustle, and what was a pretty entertaining end of the first half here. Well, more Wolves basketball right after this break. All right, welcome back live here at the KC Center. John McDermott alongside Tony at Senny. Boy, the end of the first half there, Nate Santos, a beautiful high arcing three to end the quarter and end the half and give Iowa the 1-point lead, 54-53. Alizé Johnson set the screen that freed Nate Santos up for his third three of the ball game. He was knocked to the floor basically as he was releasing the three. They did go back and take a look at all the kind of altercation stuff after the final buzzer sounded. They just determined, you know what, we're not gonna issue any technical fouls. We're just gonna go to the halftime break, and it's a 1-point lead here for Iowa, Tony. But Nate Santos, big off the bench here for the Wolves.
No doubt about it. He hit 3 big threes, 2 from each corner, and then he hits the one in the top of the circle. So it don't matter where he's taking it from. Nate's got the stroke going on here in the first half. As far as leading scorers, though, for the Memphis Hustle, who came in at 2 and 10, Nate hitting 7 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. He has 18 points. Tyler Burton, 6 of 7 from the field. He has 15 points. And Charlie Brown Jr. has 9 points to lead the Hustle. For the Iowa Wolves, very balanced scoring. A couple of guys in double figures. Jules Bernard on 5 of 9 shooting has 11, and then Nate Santos 4 of 6, 3 of 4 from 3 with 11. 8 apiece for Alizé Johnson and Enrique Freeman, and 7 apiece for Rocco Zakarski and Jalen Crutcher to lead the way for Iowa. Both teams shot right around that 50% mark, and even 50% for the Hustle on 21 of 42, 4 of 11. Just 36% from 3, while Iowa 22 of 43 for 51.2%, 6 of 16, and 75% from 3. And there were 7 lead changes and 4 ties here in this first half.
Well, and you know, both coaches off and on were kind of chirping at the officials. Zakarski picks up the technical in the second quarter after what he thought was a bad, moving screen call near midcourt. You just felt things kind of festering a little bit there, and Hinton is chirping a little bit himself, and he's backing it up. 7 of 12 from the field, 18 points to lead all scorers. Something tells me this could be a pretty entertaining second half.
Yeah, and Iowa coming off after an 7 and 4 start. They've lost their last 2 games right here at home. Tough losses to Long Island by 9 and by just a couple of points. So they got a little chippiness coming because they got 3 games left, including this one with Memphis, then Rio Grande on the 26th and Mexico City on the 27th. You want to hold the home court. While Memphis, who just comes in 2 of 10, they get to go home on the 26th to take on Stockton, and then they hit the road again at the Cleveland Charge on the 30th, and then February 1st and 3rd, they're at the Motor City Cruise. But yeah, if I was both coaches, I'd be telling my kids, my guys, make sure before you do anything stupid, don't do anything stupid, because the officials are probably on high alert right now.
Well, yeah, the officials are going to come out at the start of this third quarter to make sure they squash any of that, chippiness that we saw towards the end of the second quarter. There's no question about that. But, you go back to the start of this game, both teams really kind of sluggish out of the gates offensively. 5 early turnovers for Iowa, 4 early turnovers for the Memphis Hustle. Memphis led 12-6 about halfway through the first period. But then Iowa kind of got their footing, and they were able to take a 23-19 lead into the second quarter. And then Iowa built that lead to as many as 11, and then we were tied again at 40, and then it was just kind of back and forth from there. But this has a feel of one of those games where I don't think either team's going to run away and hide, and I would expect a close one throughout this second half.
Yeah, foul trouble could be a figure for both teams. Lovering has 3. Off the bench, Paul Watson for 3 for Iowa. When you look at their foul trouble on the score, Alizé Johnson has 3, and Nate Santos has 3. And Nate Santos off the bench is the big reason why Iowa's sitting with that slim 1-point lead here at the break.
Well, and Santos picked up 2 quick ones, back-to-back possessions for 2 of those 3 fouls. But, Santos, we've seen games like this from him. He had a 24-point game 3 games back here at Wells Fargo as the player of the game in that contest. So he's shown that he can be that guy for Iowa, coming off the bench, knocking down threes, getting it done on the defensive end. And we kind of saw that out of him. Iowa needed Nate Santos because, you look at Jules Bernard, he had 11 points in the first quarter, didn't score in the second quarter. So credit to Memphis for kind of slowing Jules Bernard in that offensive game of his down and making other guys for the Iowa Wolves figure out how to score the basketball.
Well, both teams have one big problem they would like to fix, and that's the 21 combined turnovers by both teams, though, John. That was not a good display offensively by both teams. A lot of turnover. Some of it was defense that really stepped up in good passing lanes, but a lot of it was just too much stagnant basketball turning into turnovers and then easy twos the other way.
Well, and lastly, before we take the time out, the plus-minus numbers, you look at, again, this is one of those games where the Iowa Wolves bench is really contributing in terms of that plus-minus. You got DeJuan Harris, only played 6.5 minutes, but he was +8 when he was on the floor. Santos, Nogel Eastern, Martez Brown, all in positive numbers for plus-minus while they're on the floor. So good news for Iowa that they've got that depth on the bench and they can bring guys in that are effective and either hold or build that lead while they're on the floor. But we'll take a timeout here. We're at the half, Casey Center in Des Moines, Iowa. And it's 54-53. The Iowa Wolves leading the Memphis Hustle. More Wolves basketball right after this break. All right, back here live, Casey Center in Des Moines. John McDermott alongside Tony Edseni, NBAGleague.com, NBA G League app. And it's the Iowa Wolves hosting the Memphis Hustle. Iowa led by as many as 11 in the first half. Memphis had a 6-point lead early on. And also had a couple leads there late in the second quarter, but eventually it was Iowa with the Nate Santos 3 at the halftime buzzer to take the lead, 54-53. And
you look at all the numbers, John. I mean, it's about as even as it can get. Points in the paint, 32-30 Hustle. Second chance points, 8-7 Hustle. Fast breaks points, 15-13 Wolves. That's where we're at, this 1-point game. The turnovers, both of them have made a mess of the turnovers. Both of them have had their hands on some steals, but they both have shot right around that 50% mark, too, when they have gotten some good shots off.
Well, Memphis, once they got down 11, they started taking a little better care of the basketball. They only have 8 turnovers, and 7 of those, I think, came
in the opening quarter.
Pretty early. If not the first quarter, early in the second quarter, they were at 7. So they did a good job in the second half of, the first half, taking care of the basketball. Iowa just continued to kind of make mistakes off and on. And 13 first half turnovers for Iowa. That's probably the #1 number being addressed in the locker room for the Iowa Wolves. And I think for Memphis, yeah, you're going to talk about turnovers. You got a little sloppy with the basketball early on, but kind of, righted the ship there. But 4 missed free throws, only 4 of 8 at the line. They left, I know for sure 3 of those missed free throws were 2-point free throws. So 7 or 8 points left off the scoreboard for the Memphis Hustle. Iowa 3 of 5 at the line, so they leave a few off as well. But
yeah, 7 points left off on the board. Iowa, though, they left 4 points off themselves on a couple of misses. So they've left 4 points off the board, too. Again, Memphis hits the road gets home against Stockton on the 26th. The Stockton Kings come to town, but then finish up the month of January and into February on the road at Cleveland, and the Charge on the 30th, and the 1st and 2nd they'll move to Motor City. While the Iowa Wolves stay home for a few more games, the 26th, it's Rio Grande into town, a 6:30 tip. That's a Monday. And then on Tuesday, Mexico City is in town, another 6:30 tip before Iowa hits the road for 3 games against Santa Cruz to end up the month of January on the 30th and 31st, and February 3rd with Stockton. Upcoming games for the Wolves and the Hustle.
We'll take our final timeout when we come back. Start of the second half here at the Casey Center. 54-53, Iowa leading Memphis. More Wolves basketball after the break. Now back here for the start of the third quarter. Casey Center in Des Moines, Iowa, home of the Iowa Wolves as they take on the Memphis Hustle. And it'll be Iowa basketball to start the second half.
And John, my eyes will be on three people, the officials, to see how they control things to start this second half because of what happened at the end of the first half. The chief, Marcy Williams, the referee, Billy McClatchy, and the umpire, Lars Murray, because kind of a little scuffle right to close out the half. And let's see how things start out here in quarter number 3.
Little backcourt pressure applied here. Soft pressure by Memphis. Crutcher will give it off for Jules Bernard. Crutcher inside for Zakarski. Shot doesn't fall. And the rebound for Memphis. Into the paint. Now back up top. Hinton. Hinton with 18, trying to make it 20. Ooh. That shot way off the mark.
Well, he's been looking good. That was not a pretty shot.
Oh,
great lead.
The ball barely touches the floor, and Alize Johnson assists Enrique Freeman on the other end for Iowa.
Freeman now with 10 points, and Alize with his 4th assist to go with 5 rebounds and 8 points.
Inside they go. Meshack back for Burton. Burton's 3 is just about as pure as you get.
So Burton and Hinton now 18 points apiece here for the Memphis Hustle, and this game's been tied up for the 5th time. There have been 7 lead changes here so far. Nobody's led by more than 11, and that was the Iowa Wolves early in the second quarter.
And that pass knocked away, though. Zakarski comes up with a loose ball.
Just short-armed it up there.
And back the other way, it's Hinton. Looked like he got away with an extra step as Brown on a back pass. Hinton for 3. That's no good off the mark. And here comes Bernard with it. Jules Bernard's been stuck on 11 since the first quarter ended. Bounce pass for Zakarski. Zakarski bodied by the center, Lovering.
That's his 4th personal, John. So Lovering with 4. If I remember right, didn't his counter off the bench? No.
Well,
Usman's got only 2.
They said 2. I thought he had 3 as well, but he just picked up the 2 fouls there in the first half, according to the scores report. So Rocco at the line, and the free throw's up and good.
9 points now for Rocco Zakarski to go with a half dozen rebounds, and Iowa regains the lead for the 8th time.
Here's Charlie Brown Jr. Has it poked away, gets it back though, and now the floater up and good.
Boy, great handwork by both sides. Alize ended up losing that battle to Brown Jr., and Brown now to 11 points in the ball game with that little floater.
Bernard gets a screen from Zakarski, and the ball poked away, and it's going to be a foul called.
I just didn't like the not look because Crutcher was so out there by himself on the right wing waiting for a pass, and nobody looked his way. Give Crutcher that open look, he usually can hit it.
They gave that foul. Did they give it to Hinton or Lovering?
I'm not sure. They're not showing 5 on Lovering, and I forgot what Hinton had. Let's see here.
Well, I think Lovering thought it was on him, but
well, they haven't given it to either one of them yet, so I don't know who the foul's on.
Shot up and good. So a 2-point lead here for Iowa, but if that was on Lovering, that would have been his 5th foul.
I think they gave it to Charlie Brown Jr. because he had 0 fouls, and now he has 1 on the board.
So that makes sense. 3 on the way. Shot no good as 2 Wolves players fighting for the rebound. Brown's 3 off the mark. Another offensive rebound. Another missed 3, and Lovering comes away with the ball, and
now they're going to call Alize Johnson
Freeman
on the hook.
The ball.
Johnson's going to pick up his 4th personal foul if that's on him for the hook. I'm not so sure. Lovering reaching through Alize. And that is 4 on Alize. Here comes
Usman will check in for the Hustle.
Tough game for Alize as far as foul trouble goes.
Burton will trigger in here for Memphis. Charlie Brown Jr. off the ball screen. Usman has his shot blocked by Zakarski, and I think it's Freeman stepping out of bounds. Boy, a couple times Iowa just hasn't been able to secure the rebound.
So 14 now stays on the shot clock. It's been reset to 14 for the Hustle. Possession was not changed there.
Hinton drives it. Hinton has it.
Oh, come on. They're calling that on Zakarski, his third.
Rocco picks up the foul. You'll see the replay here is Hinton with the drive.
What?
Oof.
What?
Not a lot there. Rocco's already picked up a technical in this game. So Hinton at the line to try and tie this thing up. Be his first 2 of the second half. And the shot rattles in.
20 points now to lead all scorers in this game for Hinton. For the Hustle, again coming in at 2-10. Iowa at 7-6. Iowa trying to snap a 2-game, in fact, losing streak here at home.
Freeman, left side for Crutcher. Crutcher into the paint, out for Zakarski. 3 up and good for Rocco.
He's into double figures now with a dozen, has a half dozen rebounds.
Rocco's second 3 of the ball game. Here's Hinton, and Alizé is going to pick up his 5th foul.
Yeah. This has just been a tough game for Alizé. And now Nate Santos, who really shined in the first half, will have to really shine again here in this third quarter and really for most of this ball game left because of Alizé's foul troubles.
Probably going to need to extend the minutes that Zakarski plays here in the second half as well. They drop it off for Usman, and Usman.
And now Zakarski's going to pick up his 4th possibly.
Well, they are just going right to the rim and attacking the front court for Iowa.
And no Joel Eastern will probably be the guy, him and Brown is going to have to come off the bench to try to calm the storm a little bit with the way things are going.
So Usman at the line. 2-point free throw is up and good. And the lead is 1 here for Iowa, 63-62. And the ball into the front court, and ball boy barely got out of the way there. Iowa turned it over in an easy bucket for Hinton. So the Hustle back in front by 1.
Again, turnovers just killing Iowa. Now we got a whistle, and stepping out on the move that time was Enrique Freeman.
Back-to-back turnovers by Iowa. Memphis with the basketball and a 1-point lead. Here's Brown. Over Zakarski. Shot doesn't fall. Bernard into the front court. Jules looks to turn the corner. Up top, Crutcher left open for 3, and he nails it.
I'm saying Crutcher's had some looks out there. They just haven't identified him a couple times as Iowa's broke down their offense. And that time they did identify Crutcher on the wing. He has 10 points.
Here's Burton working on the defender. Off the mark, no good. That should have been a foul on Usman. He gets away with it. Freeman with the rebound. Jules Bernard, top of the key. Bernard has it poked away. Up ahead, it's Hinton. Hinton elevates and just flushes it through.
24 now for Hinton. A lot of easy breaks because of Iowa just not handling the ball well, getting themselves into trouble on the offensive side of the ball, turning it back over, and Memphis has made Iowa pay on those turnovers.
Well, Memphis has a lot of similar defenders on the floor, so they can switch just about everything. Back pass for Freeman. 3 from the wing is good. Iowa back in front by 3, 69-66. Iowa will go to their bench. Eastern and Harris coming in on the next dead ball. And Usman off the mark, but chases down his own rebound.
Yeah, he hustled for that one. He knew he left it short, took off after his own missed shot.
Long 3 by Burton off the mark, and Zakarski comes away with the rebound.
See if Iowa can make a little run before this next break.
Zakarski wants another 3, got it. And just like that, that's a 6-point lead here for Iowa.
That's a tough guard if your 7-3 guy can do that.
He's playing with some confidence right now. He was looking for the 3 there. Here's Mashak into the lane, off the window and in. Pretty nice shot there.
Yeah, good use of his body too to shield off the defender. Made sure nobody could help.
Freeman. Back to Crutcher. Crutcher, 3 ball, got it.
Go. I mean, that's what I'm talking. I'm glad he's getting a shot now because he's had some opportunities. They just haven't found him at that time. Good teamwork, 2-man game with Zakarski there to open him up for another 3.
Iowa's hit their last 4 threes, 2 by Crutcher. Zakarski and Freeman also with 1. Here's a 3, top of the key, doesn't draw iron, and Freeman picks up the rebound. Bernard into the paint. Jules, back pass for Freeman. Freeman lays it up and in.
And 1.
Count the basket and a foul. Enrique Freeman will head to the line to try and extend the lead to 10.
We have a timeout.
But we'll have a timeout first. 5:17 to go here in the third. You see the pass by Bernard. Freeman on the cut. And Iowa leads it by 9, 77-68. More Wolves basketball after the break.
Hey, you got to lead. Look what happened when you left.
Well, 5:17 to go here in quarter number 3. The Iowa Wolves out to a 9-point lead now, 77-68. And Enrique Freeman will step to the free throw line here for his, let's see, he's got 15 now. It'd be a 16th point if he's able to make the free throw.
Yeah, 5 players in Iowa in double figures. Freeman and Zakarski with 15 points. Bernard and Crutcher with 13, and Santos off the bench with 11. For Memphis, Nate Hinton leading the way with 24, Tyler Burton with 18. And then Charlie Brown Jr. with 11 after that. Nobody really close. Iowa shooting 56% from the field and 52.5% from 3 on 11 of 21 shooting, John. That'll win you a whole lot of ball games, especially here in the NBA G League.
Freeman's free throw is good, so he leads all Iowa scoring with 16.
Memphis just shooting 45% from the field and just 28% from 3 in this game.
Brown through the lane, kicks for the corner 3, no good. Rebound for Memphis, but they can't convert on the second chance opportunity. Now it's Bernard off for Crutcher. Bernard kicks it to Santos. Santos drives it, lays it up and in.
Nate, either 3 or to the rim, and that time he decided the rim was the easiest route.
Into the corner, 3 is off the mark, no good, so Memphis has gone cold. Here's a run out by Eastern. Puts the brakes on. Reverse layup up and good.
Boy, this game went from tied and lead changes to the biggest lead in the game in a flash, John.
I guess.
I mean, less than 2.5 minutes, and we went from a tie game to a 14-point Iowa lead.
Here's the attack. Shot no good. Freeman does well.
Watson just short-armed that one. Didn't get it up high enough glass in the first place, so.
Bernard through the lane, left hand floater is good.
And right now, Brown Jr. is asking for a breather. He's asking for somebody off the bench. He's not even trying to walk up the court. So, and still nobody's come off the bench to take his spot.
Well, I didn't see this coming at all.
No.
Iowa was just an offensive explosion, scoring on every possession.
And this is,
Easter nearly had the steal. Now Giroux got away with a carry, can't convert. Now it's 2-on-2 the other way. Bernard into a 3-ball, got it. Wow.
Yeah, the show has begun. Wow.
Well, Memphis might have poked the bear a little too much at the end of that first half. 87-68. We take the timeout. 3:38 still to go here in the quarter. Iowa's lead is 19. More Wolves basketball after the break.
Oh boy.
Memphis 68, Iowa with a 33-15 advantage here in the third quarter, Tony.
Well, they've taken care of the basketball and they've taken care of their shooting. Almost 59% from the field, 55% from 3 on 12 of 22, 18 for Jules Bernard, 16 for Enrique Freeman, 15 for Rocco Zakarski, and Jalen Crutcher and Nate Santos with 13 apiece. On the other end, Nate Hinton's been carrying 9 of 16 with 24, and Tyler Burton as well, 7 of 11 from the field with 18. But it really, other than Charlie Brown Jr. with 11, not a whole lot there, as Memphis is now just shooting 41% from the field, 26 of 63, and just 25% from 3 on 5 of 20 shooting. So,
how about this stat? 11 of 13 here in the third quarter from the field for Iowa.
Well, Iowa scored 23 in the first, 31 in the second. We have 3:38 to go, and they've already scored 33 here in the third. So it has been really, I mean, the blitz was the last 3 minutes of this quarter. Just everything was going down.
Left side it goes from Memphis. Giroux, 3-ball, top of the key is up and good. They needed something.
Yeah, that's a tourniquet maker right there for Giroux. He's 5 points now in the ball game.
Freeman looks to drive it. Enrique off the glass and in. Gets another and one opportunity as he was fouled on the shot.
18 now for Enrique, looking for 19 with the free throw. Again, Iowa stays home. We'll be back here at the Casey Center on Monday, the 26th, against Rio Grande, on the 27th with Mexico City before hitting the road. While the Hustle will head home on the 26th, the home game with the Stockton Kings, but they'll finish out the month on the road, the 30th at the Cleveland Charge.
So Usman picks up his 4th foul. He'll head to the bench for Memphis. Hinton back on. And Freeman at the line to try to complete the 3-point play and knocks it down.
Yeah, Enrique's been gone for a couple of games. Those 2 losses with Long Island. He was not part of the team then as he was up with Minnesota. As Iowa was trying to break his 2 games losing streak, and both of them here at the Casey Center.
Good defense by Iowa here. Now the drive by Burton off the window won't go, and a late whistle. And I think they're going to get Enrique Freeman. Here you'll see the replay. Freeman kind of riding him a little bit.
Boy, I don't know, man. It was such a bad shot that it made it look like it was a foul more than there was a foul. That's all I got to say. But free throws coming here for Burton, trying to add to his point total of 18, but he misses it. 3 misses on 2-point free throws that I remember. They have now left 13 points off the board on missed free throws, John.
Freeman attacks, foul again, and a bucket. They cannot stay in front of Enrique Freeman right now as he just continues the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Well, if I told you there was 9 lead changes and 8 ties in this game, at this point you'd look at the board and say you've been lying to me. Because, man, look at this. 21-point lead.
Well, and I said I didn't think either team would get away from one another here. Boy, was I wrong. Free throw up and good. I just didn't see the offensive explosion coming here in the third by Iowa. Led by Enrique Freeman.
And it's been since, and not their fault though, but since the foul trouble happened with Alizé and Zakarski, Iowa's taken off since they had to hit the bench.
Memphis. Inside it goes for Watson. Watson on a nice little reverse layup.
First bucket in the game for Paul Watson.
Freeman has it out front. Santos now. Santos will try the three. That's off the mark, but Freeman nearly got the offensive rebound. Instead, it's Hinton back the other way. Burton through the lane. Burton lays it in with the left hand.
Really nice steps there by Burton to cut through traffic and just put it up and in.
And Nogel Eastern. Coast to coast with the reverse layup.
Half dozen off the bench now for Nogel.
And what do we got?
What is going on
I
here?
think we got a technical foul. Gilliard on a flop call. Gilliard tried to sell the foul on Eastern, who was literally just standing there. You'll see the replay here. Watch Gilliard run through and try and come on, man. I mean, Nogel's a stout individual, but
that's the third time they've won 2 of those though, John. They've gotten the call on 2 of them. The third one didn't work.
But so 96-75, the lead back to 21. Burton will trigger in here for Memphis. Minute 46 to go here in the third. Shack with it out front. Gilliard thought he was going to shoot the three. Good head fake. And the lay-in by Hinton off the mark, and a foul by Hinton.
His third personal.
Well, Hinton was doing all the talking.
Yeah, and coach is talking to him now. Yeah, you were talking a lot. Where's that smile at now, Mr. Hinton? And he kind of had a little cursory smile for coach. Coach Abdul Fattah giving him a little of his own medicine there, and he took it.
So Bernard at the free throw line. He'll shoot 1 for 2. Jules been quiet after that 11-point outburst in the first.
And you say quiet because he has 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists. He's done everything else.
Well, it's scoreless in the second, though.
Right.
He's kind of been back here 9 now in the third. Here's Burton. Gilliard now into the paint. Gilliard, left hand shot off the backboard, won't fall. Enrique with a good rebound.
Enrique's 1 rebound away from a double-double.
Bernard tries the three. That's off the mark, no good. Long carom out into the hands of Burton. Burton attacks, and Burton scores the basket. I think he took a shot in the midsection, let's just say.
Nogel?
No, Burton.
No, Nogel was grabbing his wrist or something.
Yeah, he swiped at the ball.
Yep. 22 now on that bucket by Burton.
Yeah, Burton and Hinton have been good. Here's Bernard on a step back. Shot no good. Tipped out, and loose ball ran down
nice
by Hinton.
hands.
Really
Wow.
well done. Hinton lays it up and in.
He absolutely deserved that one. What a work with his hands to save that ball to himself, and then an easy 2.
So about a 5-second differential here. Crutcher stands with it out near midcourt. Iowa's lead is 19. Crutcher, a long three is up and good.
Crutcher with 17. He's hit his last 3 threes.
The lead is back to 22. Gilliard, well defended by Eastern. Turns away from him though and floats it up and in. So Gilliard with a little spark. Long heave by Jules Bernard, no good. And that's the end of the third period. Well, Iowa led by 1 at the halftime break. They lead by 20 after 3. 101-81, Iowa over the Memphis Hustle. More Wolves basketball right after this break. Now back here for the start of the fourth quarter. The Iowa Wolves hosting the Memphis Hustle. And how about this, Tony? 47 third quarter points for the Iowa Wolves. They lead it by 20.
Yeah, 54 points in the first half, 47 in one quarter by Iowa. Really straightened things out for them to take this 20-point lead. 5 players in double figures. Enrique Freeman, 22. Jules Bernard, 20. Jalen Crutcher, 17. Rocco Zakarski, 15. And 13 for Nate Santos. And right now, when you look at Jules Bernard, he needs one more assist to have a double-double. And Freeman needs another rebound for a double-double. On the other end, 26 points for Nate Hinton to lead all scorers. 22 for Tyler Burton. And 11 for Charlie Brown, the only players in double-figure scoring.
Here's Meshack with it, top of the key. He's got a toe on the line, I believe. Off the mark with the jump shot.
Alize Johnson with a 6th rebound. Again, he's out there with 5 fouls. Zakarski back on the floor with 4 fouls. And it was when they went to the bench in foul trouble, John, that the run came. And it was a real good closeout to the quarter by the Iowa Wolves. Man, Santos is getting boomerang. Now there's going to be a foul.
They were doubling the basketball out front. Almost got Santos on the double team.
Hitting,
Coach Abdel Fattah was asking for a timeout.
Hinton, I think, yeah, Hinton picked up the personal, his 4th. I think both coaches have had enough today. Rob Santacola and Abdel Fattah of Iowa kind of chuckling at each other about some of the things happening out there.
Harris with it out front for Iowa. Gives it off for Eastern. Eastern on the drive. Lofts it up and gets a soft floater to fall.
Yeah, Eastern within good minutes, and you talked about it, the plus minus from the bench of Santos, Harris, Eastern, and very few minutes, but Martez Brown, all plus minutes and quick basket by the Hustle.
Hinton went right by Eastern with the head fake.
He's the glue of this Memphis team right now. 28 points, him and and Burton.
Harris thought about a 3, spins into the paint. Eastern, 4 on the shot clock, no gel. Lofts it up high off the backboard, and now it's Hinton. Going right at Santos and can't get it to fall.
Boy, that's surprising. Every time he's made that attack to the basket, he's been unstoppable. That time he couldn't get the spin, the rotation off the ball, off glass.
Here's Harris with it. Now Alize Johnson. Santos. Back for Rocco. 3 on the way. Way short. Eastern able to save it off of Watson. And Iowa will keep possession with 2.5 on the shot clock.
Boy, you like that 20-point lead, and you got a guy selling out into the chairs or the people on the baseline there.
Yeah, that was our cameraman down there.
Yep.
So in for Johnson. Alize has his shot blocked by Brown, and back the other way comes Hinton. Into the corner, Watson. Watson on the drive. Back pass, throws it away. Alize Johnson one-on-one on the other end. Johnson lays it up. Ew, can't get it to fall. Brown's going to be whistled for the foul.
Brown not happy, picking up his second as Alize will go to the line with the free throw for 2. And if he does, he'll be the 6th player on the Iowa Wolves in the double figures. Tough game for Alize with foul trouble, but he does have 6 rebounds and 4 assists in his limited minutes that he usually plays. He did play 20 minutes, but a lot of foul trouble.
Well, Alize's free throw up and good, and he's now in the double-digit points column. 10 points, 6 rebounds, like Tony said. Meshack top of the key. Into the paint, shot up and good. Meshack wanted a foul.
Meshack with 8 assists, matching his point total with that bucket. 8 points, 8 assists. Iowa still maintaining a 20-point lead.
Tokarski had his pocket picked by Meshack. Now Meshack lobs it up, and Brown with the finish.
Timeout.
And timeout on the floor. Coach Abdel Fattah not happy with that defensive effort. 105-87, the lead 18 here as we head to break. 9:22 to go in the 4th at the Casey Center in Des Moines. More Wolves basketball right after this break. Well, 9:22 to go in this one. 105-87. Iowa's lead is 18. And like you said, 47-point third quarter. Iowa just exploded offensively. And they led by as many as 23. It's down to 18, but barring a catastrophe here, Iowa just got to continue to get buckets.
Yep, Iowa trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Both of them at home. A couple games with Long Island on the 18th and 19th. And trying to stay in the mix. They're right now on that final spot. If you were going to the postseason tournament, Iowa in that 8th and final spot here in the Western Division.
So Paul Watson picks up a foul out of the timeout.
Thanks to everybody watching tonight on NBAGleague.com and the NBA G League app.
Enrique Freeman top of the key, 9 on the shot clock. Bounces it over for Alize. Johnson's going to go to work. Johnson floats it up off the rim, no good. Here comes Hinton the other way. Hinton going at Freeman. Stops, kicks it out. Meshack thought about a 3, instead drives it. And that shot off the mark. And they're going to get Santos with the personal.
And that'll be his fourth personal foul. Again, Iowa staying home Monday and Tuesday night. They'll have games, one with Rio Grande on the 26th. And Rio Grande, part of that league with an 8-5 record coming into tonight's game. And Mexico City will be here on Tuesday, and that's the league leader. So Iowa can leave home with a couple of big wins against two teams that are above them right now in the conference, John.
Meshack misses another free throw. Boy, it's been a struggle at the free throw line for the Hustle.
13 free throw points missed by the Memphis Hustle.
Here's Bernard, finds Freeman. Freeman in the paint, floats one up, can't get it to go. Alizé was right there, but just mistimed it. And a turnover at midcourt. Here's Alizé Johnson, gives it off for Jules Bernard. Santos bobbled the pass, drops it off for Bernard. Bernard finishes at the rim.
Santos with his first assist, a nice little dump pass there to Bernard, who now has 22 points. Got a lot of them early, and then a lot of them in that run by Iowa to build the 20-point lead.
Watson in the corner, that three off the mark. Another rebound for Johnson. Alizé with 7 rebounds now. Bernard into Freeman, and Freeman lost the handle. And last touch by Watson, it'll stay with Iowa.
Substitutions coming here.
Williamson and Gilliard check back in. Meshack and Hinton to the bench. Harris inbounds for Bernard. Jules goes to work. Floater with the left hand is good. Boy, he's so strong with the ball in his hand.
Wrapped it up like he was holding his baby there.
And that one tipped away, and it's going to go back to Iowa.
Well, considering the turnover, Iowa's only committed 4 turnovers since halftime. They had 13 at the break, 17 now for the game. That part of the game on both sides has really settled down. And the shooting's been fantastic, but Iowa with that big run at, what was it, 11-13-0 run, it just changed this game upside down.
Santos from the corner.
And Santos really the igniter of keeping Iowa in this game, and then his 19 points off the bench, fantastic. His 4th three-pointer.
There's Gilliard, steps into a 3. That's off the mark, and Alizé one-hand rebound for his 8th.
That was a man rebound there.
Now it's Bernard, under 7 to go. Bernard top of the key. Here comes thought maybe a step back. Instead it's Harris. Back to Bernard. Jules into the paint. Right hand lay in. No good, but a foul called. And they're going to get Williamson on the foul.
Usman checking back in along with Burton now for the Memphis Hustle. And Iowa trying to improve on a 7-6 record. Memphis coming in at 2-10. Only team worth a worse record are the Oklahoma City Blue at 2-11 in the Western Conference standings of the NBA G League. Enrique Freeman goes out, Martez Brown in.
Not sure if
Zakarski checked in for Iowa as well.
We'll see if Freeman's done for the night. Probably depends on how these next few minutes go.
Yeah.
Bernard knocked down the free throw. Here's Burton, top of the key, around the screen. Floater up with the right hand is good. Boy, Burton's been tough.
Really good. 26 points now, or 24 for Burton.
It was just that one offensive explosion by Iowa that really kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
Other than Hinton or Burton, though, nobody really stepped up to, and that's why the Memphis Hustle are in this position right now.
Usman tried to save it, couldn't. And Iowa will keep possession with 6 on the shot clock.
Got 2 players responsible, 54, and then you had Charlie Brown with 13. 67 of the 89 points with 3 players, John. That's not going to get it done in any league.
Here's Harris. Time winding down.
Got to shoot. Nope.
I don't think Martez knew what the shot clock said.
Yeah.
He caught it with about 2 on the shot clock. I don't know that anybody knew what the shot clock
yeah,
said.
I ain't going to blame just Martez on that. That's just bad team communication. That's a total brain fart is what I'll call it.
Back out top for Gilliard. Burton thought about a 3. Now into the paint. Real tough floaters up and in.
Wow, that was just a prayer.
Tyler Burton.
26 now for Burton.
Well, he had to get it over the 7-3 Zakarski, but he's done that a few times tonight. Santos, or check that. Bernard with it. Into the corner for Martez Brown. Back out top for Jules. Jules defended by Gilliard.
Got to shoot. I don't think he got it off.
I don't think he did.
Nope, I agree. That ball was still sitting on his hand when that ball was, when the buzzer clock went down.
Good defense on the ball by Gilliard.
That's 2 straight shot clock violations for Iowa on their possessions. But luckily for them, they have a 23-point lead to play with only 5 minutes to go.
Gilliard waits on a screen from Usman. Back pass. 3 on the way. That's nothing but nylon for Tyler Burton, who is really heated up here.
And now he's taking the game-high lead from his teammate Hinton. He has 29, Hinton with 28. Again, a 2-man game for the Memphis Hustle, but not much after that.
Bernard kicks for Harris. Harris will try the 3, no good.
Martez
Zakarski comes up with the rebound. Harris bounce pass inside for Alizé Johnson. Scoop reverse is good. And a timeout.
Good offensive rebound, good skip pass, and then an easy bucket.
Our final media timeout. We'll step away. 4:23 to go here in this one. 116-94. The Iowa Wolves leading the Memphis Hustle. More Wolves basketball after the break. Now back here live at the Casey Center. 4:23 to go here in this one. Iowa comfortably in front, 116-94. The lead 22. And leading scorers in this one, 29 for Tyler Burton, Nate Hinton with 28. Scoring really falls off after that for the Memphis Hustle, but Iowa very balanced scoring, and they are led by Jules Bernard with 26 and Enrique Freeman 22.
And Enrique Freeman with 10 rebounds, the first of the double-doubles recorded in this ball game. And right now, Jules Bernard needs an assist to add his name to that double-double list. And Iowa back here Monday night at the Casey Center, taking on Rio Grande at 6:30 Central Time, 27th against Mexico City, while the Hustle get home, and they'll take on Stockman on the 26th in their next home game and their next ball game here in the NBA G League. Good considering minus temperatures and wind chills, John. 4,300 here today at the Casey's Arena.
Yeah, heck of a crowd.
Of course, our Stand Against Cancer, Stand Up for Cancer night here.
Oh, Martez saves it. And now Burton will get another try at it and knocks down the 3.
Burton's just been excellent. 32 points.
Memphis just has not been able to get stops on the defensive end on a regular basis to try and get back into this one. Bernard through the lane.
Oh, there was
Harris.
a chance at his assist, that double-double, but Harris decided not to shoot.
4 on the shot clock. Bernard into the paint. Back for Harris. 3 on the way. Got it.
There's the 10th assist. Bernard penetrates, kicks it out. Harris drops it through. So 2 double-double players for Iowa with Jules Bernard and Enrique Freeman.
And bounce pass for Hinton. Over Zakarski won't go, and Alizé with another rebound.
Alizé needs 1 more rebound to join the double-double club, and he's played a lot less minutes tonight because of foul trouble. 12 points, 9 rebounds for Alizé.
And bounce pass to Alizé here. Oh, good look inside. Bernard on a back cut. Easy bucket. Williamson just kind of took his eye off the ball there, and Bernard made him pay with the back cut.
I thought this was going to be a nail-biter the way it's being played till about halfway through that third quarter. About a 4-minute burst by Iowa, and this game has been over since then.
Harris picks up the foul out front.
Do like the game of Hinton and Burton, though, for Memphis. I really like their game tonight. Lawson Lovering checking back in, along with Charlie Brown Jr. and Meshack.
I think Santos going to check in here for Iowa. Late substitution. He's going to give Zakarski a break. Probably his final minutes of the ball game.
Yep.
So 2:50 to go.
15 points, 8 rebounds for Rocco tonight.
Hinton. Left side, it goes for Burton. Burton working on no gel. Burton in the paint, scores it.
Yeah, he can play. I mean, he earns everything he's getting there. Good defense by no gel. Burton finishes now with 34 points.
And a kick ball as they double team Eastern. CJ Fulton off the bench for the first time. He's going to probably come in for Harris. Well, actually, it's going to be Alizé. He wanted to stay out there and get that double-double.
He got that serious look, as you say, John, but just a kind-hearted man. Always a lot of fun.
Martez Brown, dribble handoff for Fulton. Harris, top of the key. Fulton, back for Harris. Santos has to let it fly. 3 on the way, off the front of the rim, no good. Well, at least they used all 24 seconds of the shot clock. Hinton kind of bobbled the catch there, so he'll go back to work. Now Burton on the left side. Long skip. Now Meshack's 3 is up and good.
Meshack gets into double figures. That 3, just an assist away from a double-double. He has 11 points. He's dished out 9 assists in this game. So Iowa's about set to pick up their 8th win with 6 losses and stay in the thick of the race in the Western Conference of the NBA G League for the postseason at this point of the year.
Martez catches. Inside it goes for Santos. Santos off the window and in.
Really nice effort by Santos offensively for Iowa. 18 points in this ball game off the bench.
Less than a minute and a half to go. Meshack will try another 3. That's off the mark, and Martez with another rebound.
Oh, that's a foul. Burton just leaned out. It's like he's had enough.
And that'll be free throws for Santos. Memphis over the 5-team foul limit.
Again, for Memphis Hustle fans, next home game is on the 26th with the Stockton Kings, and they'll hit the road on the 30th with the Cleveland Charge, and on the 1st and 3rd of February at the Motor City Cruise. Upcoming games for Iowa before hitting the road. They have a game Monday and Tuesday here at the Casey Center in Des Moines, Iowa. Rio Grande on the 26th, Mexico City on the 27th, and then they'll hit the road to play at Santa Cruz on the 30th and 31st to close out the month of January schedule.
Well, Santos misses the first, knocks down the second, so 13 of 16 now at the line for Iowa. Just 6 of 12 shooting at the line for Memphis. They've struggled at the line. There's Meshack, and they're going to count the basket. Boy, I thought that was going to be an offensive foul.
I thought so too. I don't know what Harris did wrong there. He's outside the line.
They're going to challenge it.
I don't know what for, though, with a 20-point lead with 1:09 to go, John, but they are going to challenge it.
I think there's something called principle.
Yeah.
They're going to give that a look. We'll keep it here.
Again, nice crowd here on this frigid, everybody's having, we're lucky here. We just got freezing cold and minus temperatures, but you go to some parts of the country with the freezing rain where that causes total havoc, and then the expected snowfall in a lot of the places in the south and the northeast that usually don't get that type of snow. It's going to be brutal.
They're not used to it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are.
Yeah. But I'll take the cold over all that snow that's going to be falling, and especially ice. That's the worst thing. But 4,300 here tonight to the Casey Center. We hope to see everybody on Monday and Tuesday night. Again, big games because two teams that are part of the playoff picture, Rio Grande Valley Vipers, come in on Monday, and the leaders of the Western Conference, the Mexico City Capitanes, are in town on Tuesday.
Well, the officials took a look at it. Pretty quick review. 1:09 to go. We'll see what they decide here.
So they are kind of stay with it. They're going to say it's a blocking foul.
Yep.
And Harris picks it up, so yeah, I don't know.
Coaching staff was just given the news that the call is confirmed. Iowa shot 57.7% from the field tonight.
50% from three, John. 15 of 30. That is.
We'll take those numbers night in and night out.
Yeah, that's unbeatable. That's pretty good.
Don't love the 18 turnovers, but
no, but only 5 in the second half. 13 of those turnovers were in that ugly first half. Again, Iowa's third quarter. The game was tied 8 times, and the lead changes at 9. It was a 1-point game with about 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, and then all of a sudden, Iowa hit a button and has never looked back here.
Yeah, they had that spurt where Enrique Freeman had a 3-point shot, and I think he had 3 3-point plays. Missed free throw, tapped back though, and Meshack able to put that one in. Now Harris dribbles through a couple defenders. Eastern up ahead for Fulton. No gel. A lot of double teaming of the basketball. Iowa just needs to get an open look. Fulton left open, 3-ball, got it. He gets maybe the loudest ovation of the night for the 3-ball. 3 on the way.
Wow.
Burton with another one.
Salute to him. I mean, he's just a player. 37 for Burton now. Him and Hinton have been impressive.
Santos, he'll take another 3. That's no good, off the mark. Rebound, Lovering.
Kind of questioned himself on that 3, I think, before he shot it. Didn't shoot it with any positivity.
Final 20 seconds. Burton says, why not? I'll go for another one. Off the mark, and Iowa will be able to dribble out the clock here as Santos into the front court. Final 10 seconds here at the Casey Center in Des Moines, and Iowa's going to move to 8-6, and Memphis is going to fall to 2-11 and share the cellar of the Western Conference with OKC. But heck of a third quarter performance out of the Iowa Wolves. 47 points in the third. And offensively really clicking here in the second half.
Well, they stood up to cancer tonight. They stood up to the Memphis hustle, and the fans are standing up right now appreciating the game they came out to see here at the Casey Center.
Well, the handshake looks a little better than the end of the first half.
Yeah,
Everybody's smiling. And
I didn't see this coming, the way the third quarter especially played, but yeah, considering how the first half ended, John, we didn't get any of that repercussion the way it closed out.
I'll tell you what, player of the game for Memphis was certainly Tyler Burton.
Yeah.
Pretty good ball game for Burton. And Hinton was right there as well. Hinton and Burton kind of carrying the load. You see there Burton with 37. He kind of pulled away late in terms of that scoring lead for Memphis. Hinton with 28.
And Meshack did get a double-double. He got his 10th assist to go with his 15th.
Really good balance for Iowa. Jules Bernard led the way with 28. Enrique Freeman 22 to go along with 10 rebounds.
And Bernard and Freeman double-doubles. Bernard with 10 assists and Freeman with 10 rebounds.
And Santos off the bench again with a big game. 19 points. As he kind of helped right the ship early on.
Yeah.
Santos, Harris, Nogel Eastern off the bench, doing a solid job for Iowa, as well as Martez Brown with some minutes off the bench. All those guys with positive plus-minus numbers for Iowa. And Enrique Freeman, your player of the game. He's being interviewed at midcourt here at the Casey Center. But
again, Iowa missed him in those last 2 home wins. He was up with the Minnesota Timberwolves, the parent club, and his welcome back. And if we get a victory here at home with 2 more to go on this homestand before hitting the road for 3 games.
Well, Iowa shoots 57.5% from the field, 46 of 80. 48% shooting for the Memphis Hustle. They were 44 of 91, but boy, 16 of 32 from 3-point range for Iowa. Killer night for them from beyond the arc. And that was a big part of the difference here in this one. 10 for 31 from beyond the arc for the Memphis Hustle. And like we said, Iowa moves to 8-6, Memphis to 2-11, and Iowa back here at the Casey Center against Rio Grande Valley. The Vipers in town for 1, as they will tip off at 6:30 here at the Casey Center. Then the following Tuesday night, it's Mexico City in town. The Capitanes, the league leading Mexico City Capitanes here on Tuesday night. So a couple of big games coming up for Iowa. But that'll do it here from the Casey Center in Des Moines. For my partner Tony Atseni, John McDermott courtside here. Final score for the final time, 127-109, an 18-point victory here for the Iowa Wolves. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for joining us on NBAGleague.com.
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.